Hey Lobos, Ben Johnson here just to talk more about the Google Breakout Room feature. I'm really loving this extension. I hope that it will continue to work, and I'm getting feedback from teachers that are getting it to work now that they do enjoy it. So key things that you need to know is that you need to get this grid view extension installed. It's 1.39, and you can just search grid view extension fix, and it's just 1.39. And it's this green bars, green window pane here. If you don't see it, you can click on your puzzle piece and make sure that it's pinned. If you see any old grid views, you need to use a snowman and you need to remove them from Chrome. Okay, next you need to get the Breakout extension installed, and you can just search Google Meet Breakout Rooms, and it's called let's see, what is it called? Google Meet Attendance and Breakout. It looks like this little clothes hanger. It actually doesn't need to be on the toolbar. You don't need to pin it there. You don't actually use it outside of the grid view, but it does need to be installed in Chrome. All right, so once you've got those things done, if you want to turn grid view on and off, you can just, well, first of all, you need to enable it. Okay, and then you can turn it on and off with this button. So if you just want to use the built-in Google standard layouts, I mean, you can still switch to that as a teacher. Okay, so if you want to see what your students are seeing, this will give you a better idea about that. But as a teacher, you're going to want to obviously turn that on, and then hopefully you'll see all of your students. Okay. Now, once you've got that on, and by the way, it gives you this warning that it's not authorized, but it seems to be working, so cross your fingers that it keeps working. I wouldn't worry about this at this time. To use the breakout room feature, you'll just click on the little clothes hanger guy, and you'll need to refresh this list as kids are coming in, because it will just show you whoever was there previously, so you need to refresh that as kids come in. I haven't shown this compare list feature at this point, so I want to spend a little time on this to take attendance. You can open this compare list, and what's kind of cool is that you can copy this list of people that are in the room, and then you can paste it here in this compare attendee list. And in fact, if you want to, you could save that like as P1. You could save that so that it's now on this drop-down list to pull it back up. And the cool thing is now I can compare, and down below it's going to tell me who's in your room compared to who should be in your room. So let me just type another name in here just to pretend like we had a John Johnson. Now if I compare, it's going to show that John Johnson is gone, and I can copy that list and I can paste it into a Google Doc or a Google spreadsheet just for the purpose of taking attendance. So that's pretty cool. So take advantage of this feature. After you save the list, you can pull these up, and then you can compare, and hopefully you get no red X's, and that means everybody's there. So check out the attendance feature. A lot of people haven't used that yet, but it's I think pretty cool. All right, so in addition to that, calling on people is important, and so you can only call on one person, obviously, to answer a question out loud. So there's this randomized person button here that's really nice too, and you can just tell students you're going to randomly pick people using a random generator. And so it picked me as the person to call on, which is lame, but just for the purpose of this demo, I'm in the room, and then you can see it called on Stella next, and eventually it would get this last student, but hopefully you're going to have more than 3 kids in this room. So anyways, that's the attendance feature and the randomized person feature. I'm going to hide this compare list. So then the other thing is the breakout room. So I can show this group generator, and I can choose the users per group. So I could put 1 user per group and generate the list. Or I could say number of groups, and I could say I want 2 groups, generate the groups. So you can pick whichever one you want. So I'm going to do number of groups 3, generate the groups. I can use the comparison list if I wanted to instead of this active list, but I think that you would use the active list probably because you want make sure people are there, right? So then I can copy the groups, hit my chat, paste them. And by the way, if you wanted to keep these groups in a Google Doc or something instead because you want to keep a fixed group, there's no reason you couldn't copy these groups from a Google Doc either. So get creative on that. And now I'm done with that. I would just tell the students, look, these are your groups. And then I'm going to copy the meet links. And this you would need to use if you want to get fresh meet links for these. Maybe word is out with kids and they're Google bombing these classes and you just want some new meet links. And I can reset meet links if I want. Okay, and then copy those. Go back to the chat and again paste them. And all the while I'm telling the kids what they're to do. Find your number, find your group here, go to it. And they'll go to it. And as a teacher, you can drop in on these. You'll just need to make sure that your mic is muted as you go in and out of these rooms. Okay. I would just set the expectations with the students that, if they observe anything inappropriate or that sort of thing, that they need to tell you so that you can deal with it. Okay. So, and again, the group numbers here, if you want to maintain those in a separate Google Doc, because you want the same groups throughout the year, that's fine. But here, at least getting these fresh links might cut down on some of the shenanigans. So anyway, loving that breakout room. I've gotten some pretty good feedback from people about it. So give it a try if you've tried it before and you had the wrong version or you didn't know how to use it. A lot of people want to close this because it's stuck. To close it, you just click on the close hanger guy, move your mouse away. Closed. Okay. So anyway, that's the attendance and breakout extension. Hopefully it continues to work. Hopefully in October that's just built into Google Meet. But in the meantime, that's how you can use that those extensions. Thanks for watching.